Well, good morning and welcome back to your morning wake up. This is Mike Austin, launching you into your day, and about 49 degrees still out front here on West Kavanaugh. We're looking to get up to about 70, as you heard. And hey, you know what? There could be some frost tomorrow morning. Earlier, is it? Yeah. Wednesday. I guess we're looking Wednesday night into Thursday morning, right? Okay. I get messed up on my days. Oh, they all run together after a while. Let me ask you this, and this next subject matter may, as you're looking in the mirror, shaving or brushing your teeth or doing that curly hair of yours or shining your scalp, whatever you're doing in front of the mirror at this point of the morning, you may be looking at yourself in a different way when I say Dr. John Braccio is going to join us here with Regional Psychological Services, as always, talking about loyalty in relationships and throughout life. Now, see, you're looking in the mirror going, uh-oh. If that gives you a little guilty feeling, maybe you need to reevaluate some things. Or, hey, maybe you're the most loyal person you know. Doc John Braccio joins us. Hey, Doc, good morning.
Well, good morning to you, Mike. And loyalty really is a key element, okay? It's really that quality that allows someone to develop trust in successful relationships with others in all aspects of their lives. It also allows human love to thrive. It is required in order to have long-term successful relationships with other persons, whether it be with a long-term loving partner, spouse, or work relationship, partnership, friendship, or literally any meaningful and successful interaction with other human beings beyond, say, a cursory or relevant relationship. Loyalty builds trust, Mike, which is the cornerstone of successful relationships and human love. If one does not have, someone to trust or doesn't trust, it's impossible to have a good relationship with them. This is rather clear if we personally think about persons who lie, are inconsistent, not reliable, do not do what they say they're going to do, gossip about people, and are mercurial in their loyalty in different times. It is really easy for persons to be personable and friendly in general interactions with persons when things are good and there's no need for commitment. Loyalty is demonstrated in those difficult times when one is vulnerable and really needs someone to share their innermost feelings and really not worry about betrayal and disingenuousness, which leads to a lack of trust and no loyalty. Loyalty is the proverbial having each other's back when needed, and always knowing someone's there for you in good and bad times. Such loyalty allows each person to walk more comfortably in life and know in their greatest, most difficult moments, persons who are loyal to them will be there and do whatever needs to help them get through the storm that is causing problems in their lives. Only with persons with such loyalty can really true human love exist. So really, loyalty really is a key thing. If you really think about it a lot, loyalty allows us to feel secure. Loyalty allows us to have long-term friendships. Loyalty allows us to enjoy people, know we can talk to them, we can trust them. And unfortunately, there's not as much of that as you might think in the world. There's a lot of betrayal, a lot of surface statements of caring when really people are just ready to run on and lead their own lives and not be there. So if you have some loyal people with you, thrive with it, love them, enjoy them. And really it's the core of a happiness and a secure life and a lot of security, Mike. So, yeah, it's a pretty big deal, this loyalty.
And once loyalty is betrayed, then the entire relationship, if you both decide it's salvageable, which that's got to be I would imagine a dual agreement there, then the entire relationship becomes something totally different, doesn't it? It becomes basically, working on that trust. From then on, I don't know how you ever repair it.
Yeah, I think once the person is betrayed in a major betrayal, it's very hard to go back, because you don't know if you can trust the person. You really don't. Loyalty is that thing that it's something. It's really special. You're together. You trust trust each other in good and bad times. When you really connect, you think you connect with someone. And like I have friends I've had for decades, for really long periods of time, and I'm sure you have too. On the other hand, we've all encountered people that were not what they claim to be, and you find out that they do gossip or they're not there when you need them. And that's part of the human cycle, part of life. So when you have a loyal friend, and it can be a partner or a spouse, is one important aspect of loyalty, people that are loyal to each other. But it's more than that also, because it relates to people we work with, it relates to partnerships, friendships. It covers all aspects of the human experience, really, loyalty.
We always tend to go to a romantic relationship, a marriage or whatever, but there's business loyalty, obviously. There's just friendship. Like I have a friend, I think I've mentioned him before. I've known this guy since I was 5. We grew up together. Randy is still my best friend. We just talked day before yesterday. We could talk and then not talk for 2-3 months and still pick it up the next time we pick up the phone. And I know, and he's always had my back, and I've always been there for him. And it's not a question of, we don't even have to mention it. Hey, I got your back. No, he just knows it. It's one of those unique things in life, but he's the only one I have. And then maybe you could tell, in this job, I have a lot of friends in this career, but many of them are friends as long as you can provide something. And I think if you know that going in, then it's a different level of relationship, but still there is a loyalty factor there, isn't there?
I do.
Are you there?
Oh, no, I am. No. Listen, I was listening. I think you're exactly right. I think that, sure, it depends on the relationship, depends on the interaction, depends on the level of loyalty someone needs. It depends. But there are people that they're steady as a northern star. I mean, they're really people you can really count on. And there are people that you can't count on. Isn't that really true? So I think that when you find somebody who's really loyal and you can trust them, you can, in your darkest moments, you can talk with them and not worry about them running off and telling other people. That's really important. And often people don't have that. I think I hear that a lot in my life and in my work, people that have been betrayed by someone who they really felt they counted on, but they were really not there. They really could not count on them. And that's a real negative thing. And in order to really have a true love, and I'm not just talking about something that includes sexual life, I'm talking about love and friendship, really caring for somebody as a human being. There has to be that quality, that special quality. Like when you talk to your friend, that's somebody you can talk to. You don't have to talk to them every day, but when you do talk, you're able to do that. And another type of loyalty, like the fact that you have your father-in-law living with you, it definitely is that's a form of loyalty, that he's there.
I suppose,
Wanted him there, and like you said, he's a good guy, and at the time, and so you're being loyal and being helpful there too. So it's a big word. It means a lot. What I mean is a big word. When you hear the word loyalty, people listen, but they don't always think of really the full impact of what it is, because really, we really do want and need someone who is there, we can count on. And that's why, of course, people thrive in very good relationships and marriages, in partnerships, in human interaction. And there are people we know just how far we can trust them. There may be people we have to work with. I mean, the old saying, sure, I trust you, Chuck. You cut the deck, please, and then we'll continue with the game.
But so in your experience and your years of helping other folks, whether it's in a marriage, whether it's in just friendship or whatever, and loyalty is trashed, somebody slips. What is your advice for them first step to fix it?
I think if you did the slipping, okay.
Oh boy.
I think you're going to have to try to get back with the person, explain what happened. in effect, why did you betray the trust? What happened? Is there a way to overcome it? Because you can overcome it. There are people that are able to make up for what has happened. But it can be very hard. And I don't know if the person will ever trust you to the same degree they did. But if you're letting out information, like the person, and when they're really down and out, they tell you some things about how difficult things are, difficult in interacting with people or whatever, and then all of a sudden you start talking with people that are aware of it. They can even come up to you and say, we didn't know things were that difficult, and we can talk too. And then all of a sudden you realize that the person you talked to, that you wanted that to stay where it was and you thought it was, that they have gone out, gossiped and talked and said things. And even worse, if they put it in a way to minimize you more and make you look even worse. So that you can make up for this, but betrayal is a thing that it's very hard for a person, if they really trust somebody, to get trust back. It can be done, Mike, but the best thing to do is not have it happen. But the extreme of Caesar getting stabbed, all the people he saved in the Roman Civil War. I mean, et tu, Brute, including Brutus, that he treated like a son. So it's one of those things that we just have to work at. And to me, if you want friendships and you want relationships that are relevant, you have to be loyal. You have to be. It's a key thing. Then you add spirituality to it also. That's another element. It's a stew that it can be a wonderful stew, and if someone's loyal and the people you can count on, it's a wonderful thing for your life. They've got your back, you have their back. It gives you security. And we tend to think of a spouse and a partner, and those are the most intimate we think of. But there's in our whole life, it's our interactions and having that core of people, persons that we can count on, and we know when we talk to them that it's going to be good. It's like Cicero said, that a really good friend is another you. So it's somebody you can talk to, interact with. But betrayal, if you get the betrayal, oh my, it can be lead to very bad feelings and sometimes fear of trusting other people. So you don't want to let, if someone's disloyal to you, have that negatively impact your desire to maintain and find people that you can have good, loyal, relationships with. It's just it's part of the road of life, Mike. But a big word and it relates, and people that get betrayed a lot have to watch if they give too much, if they're not requiring enough back, and they're overlooking inappropriate behavior from persons that they consider friends. So that to me, loyalty is a huge word and a very important word that if we have it and we thrive in it in relationships, then we're going to be a lot happier. If we don't have it, it's going to be a long, maybe a lonely life. Yeah.
Dr. John Braccio, Regional Psychological Services. Dr. John B. on the web. Here's what I love about you. We got life is a stew. See, so we get like words of wisdom like that. Life is a big stew. I like that. And then you might get some Latin. Et tu, Brute. Come on.
Why not?
Sure. Dr. John Braccio, it's always good to chat with you, my friend. And we will chat again. Loyally to you next Monday or next Tuesday. How about that?
You're always there, Mike. Good talking to you, buddy. Bye-bye.
See you, pal. Bye now. 7:23. We got to do this and come back here. We're going to work on getting you the news and the ugly rumors bottom of the hour. Tricia Blumbergen. Haven't talked to her before. Consumers Energy. They're doing a thing with fire departments across the state. We'll get into that and more this hour. 1320 WILS. Mike Austin with you. We'll be right back.